We have Matty O'Boyle coming on tomorrow to talk World Cup. I'm not feeling that good. I'm still on my every day I'm puffing until the sixth. And you're calling me, telling me I gotta talk NBA with you.
Are you still smoking that
And
De'Aaron Fox cigarette from last week?
no, 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 no. This is Wemby. This is
Oh, now it's
some
a
Wemby.
Wemby one. It's a Wemby cigar.
Yeah,
Cigar. Oh,
I'm smoking on Wemby right now. Okay, this is Wemby.
okay, cool. Well, while you've been doing that, we've had a lot of changes that have taken place in the NBA over the last week since the draft, and obviously we had the couple moves that happened going into the draft, and now we had some trades and some free agency moves that have happened past the draft.
But none of this is official yet. You said
No,
you,
it's
you said
not.
I didn't have to pay attention yet. So
But
what?
some of these are
Why
very
did you go?
some of these trades were pretty significant. And if they go
I love
through, this
how
is a big
I'm the
deal.
one. I love how I'm the one that's all on this stuff, and I'm the one. Okay, this is downtown sports. This is where sports come home. I'm the mouth of the South, John Schiavone. This is the BCs, Jonathan Perriente, the one who, so rudely, refused to introduce us to the listening
Oh, because
world
I don't
here.
introduce you. I'm the bad guy. Oh, great. I'm always the villain here, aren't I? Maybe
Yeah,
I should
you
wear
are
a
the
maybe
you
I
are.
should wear a Trey Young. Maybe I should dress like Trey Young. Maybe I should ruffle my
You,
hair up a little bit and,
you
wear an Ice Tray vampire cape like in Riot comedy videos. Maybe I should start sounding like Trey Young, the bad guy. Oh yeah, that'd be great.
That'd
Oh
be
boy.
wonderful, actually.
Well,
But
well,
So you're telling me that there's more NBA news. So you're telling
yes.
me
Mhm.
officially that the NBA has lost its mind because the Knicks won a title.
Well, I'll tell you something. I've been hearing a lot of stuff. Hey, the Knicks winning the title definitely broke a lot of teams. A lot of teams are broken because of the Knicks winning. Maybe it's a little something called I don't know, team chemistry, putting egos aside and
Yeah.
playing for the better of the team. That's something the Knicks adopted throughout the year, and now I think you're starting to see teams either trying to go that route and see if they can build something close to what the Knicks did, or, they're just trying to beef up their team a little bit to try to give the Knicks competition. I can certainly say in the East, we've had a little change of scenery in the East, and it's pretty
Okay.
significant. All right, well, let's
Um.
go to the big one that literally happened, the last big trade of the day that took place today.
Okay. What do we got?
He's coming back home to where he won the title before.
What?
Kawhi Leonard is back in Toronto as a Raptor again.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm dead. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious about this. Kawhi Leonard is coming back home to where he won his title in Toronto 7 years ago. Now he will have a different team, of course, around him. He doesn't have OG Anunoby. He doesn't have
No.
Pascal Siakam this time. But yeah, I'm
No.
gonna
But
go. I'll go into the
what?
full
What?
specifics.
I want to know. Okay. So hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I could be a Nostradamus here.
Why are you already
I know
sounding
there
like it's
had to
the
be
end of the
pick.
world? Are you already saying it's the end of the world already?
No, there had to be picks associated with this.
Oh yeah, there were picks. There were.
Okay, but I'm trying to think, who did they give up? Who did Toronto have to give up?
Oh, here we go.
Did
Okay.
Barrett go?
No, RJ Barrett's there. He's not going anywhere.
Barrett's still there.
Yep.
So they still have Barrett.
Mm-hmm. You still got Scotty Barnes. He's not going anywhere.
They still have Barnes and Barrett.
Yep. You still got Mamu. You still got Podol. You still
The
got
only one
Quickly.
they gave up was so the only one they gave up was Ingram.
Well, Ingram and Grady Dick, one of their lower end bench pieces. Grady Dick, the weird name. I know it's a weird name. Grady Dick. Right.
And they still have the kid they drafted last year.
Oh yes, Murray Broyles. Yes, Murray Boyles is still there. He didn't go anywhere. He's
So they
still
have
there.
Murray Boyles still.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They still have Scotty Barnes.
Yep.
They still have RJ Barrett.
Yes.
And they have Kawhi to teach RJ Barrett how to be him.
Yep. So all the Clippers, so all the Raptors, the Raptors had to give up a couple pieces. They gave up Ingram, they gave up Grady Dick, and the Raptors will receive. Sorry, the Clippers will get two first round draft picks for 2031 and 33, two second round picks for 2030 and 2033, and a first round pick swap for next year in 2027. I mean, that's pretty
wait,
scary.
so the Raptors are getting a lottery pick.
The Clippers are. The Raptors are just going to get Kawhi Leonard. The Clippers are going to receive the rest of the other package that I just mentioned, including with the picks, including Grady and Brady.
You don't get it. You don't get it. The Clippers were in the play-in scenario, and the Raptors made it deeper into the playoffs.
Okay.
So the Raptors are going to get the Clippers' first round pick.
Yeah, the pick swap. Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about the pick swap for 27.
So the Raptors are now getting a lottery pick on top of Kawhi.
That's pretty good. I mean, the Raptors are trying to build for the future here.
Build for the future. They're getting now. Holy shit.
Well, if the Raptors showed you anything from the playoffs last year, who knows if they could have gotten past Cleveland.
The Raptors just let themselves past Detroit.
Well, considering Detroit already gave up Isaiah Stewart, so they weakened their team a little bit getting rid of Stewart.
Detroit fucked themselves. Detroit spent this offseason and last offseason.
They got Isaiah Joe. Themselves. They got Isaiah Joe. The Pistons made an addition. They got something.
Isaiah Joe. Unless that name was Bobo or Paolo Banchero, it meant nothing. Unless the Pistons could somehow nab Mitchell Robinson, it means nothing.
Well, they already drafted that kid. Well, no, they didn't draft. The Knicks drafted the guy, that big man of theirs that they traded to Detroit, that the Pistons now are going to have, so they can develop him.
That all didn't happen. Remember, I told you I didn't want to remember that.
Oh, you don't want to remember?
No.
Okay, so it did not happen. Okay, so it did not happen. Okay, it did not happen. It did not happen. Okay, it did not happen. Okay.
Well, of course it happened. Well, of course it happened, but in the world of Mouth of the South, it didn't happen because no, we could have never done anything that monumentally stupid.
Okay, well. So that was one. All right, so that's one of the more significant moves. We still have other moves that have still not been determined. Jaylen Brown could likely be dealt somewhere. Where he goes, who knows?
I do.
Okay, where does he go? Where do you think he goes?
I think he's going to Portland.
Yeah, because already John Morant already went. John Morant's already there.
Yeah, I heard about that. And it makes no sense. But let's examine that move. But I heard about that, and it makes no sense for John Morant to be there. I don't think John Morant is going to be a Blazer very long. Let's hear what they moved.
Okay, well, so it was a couple players. It was Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. They got traded to Memphis to bring over Mr. John Morant. So John Morant will bring
nothing.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's the main reason why this move's happening. Because John Morant ran out his time. John Morant ran out his welcome in Memphis. He ran out his welcome.
This is happening? Can I tell you exactly why this is happening? This is a setup. Because one of two players is leaving Portland. It's either going to be John Morant or it's going to be Damian Lillard.
Lillard just signed a deal last year to come back, and he didn't even get to play last year. You're just going to get rid of Lillard before he even comes back, and you want to try to bring one more run back with him?
They just got John Morant, so you're not moving Holiday. Holiday is not worth Jaylen Brown. The Blazers have two superstar point guards at this point. Which one do you trust more, Dame or Ja? I know which one I trust more.
You're going to trust Damian Lillard, of course. I know we're going to go this route. But
and you have Holiday on the squad.
Yeah. And you got Deni Avdija.
All three.
And you've got Deni Avdija,
who's 6'8" and he's an instant classic. He's
an instant scoring threat. Of course, also the Blazers.
Avdija better never get moved.
Oh, I don't think
They
he's.
better
Oh,
never
no.
touch
I
him.
think he's
He
locked in there
needs
for
to
good.
stay right where he is,
Yeah.
and they better never touch that center.
Well, Robert Williams the third, they re-signed him. He's staying. Robert Williams ain't going
I'm
anywhere.
talking about the 7'2"
Oh,
Klingman,
Klingen. Oh, you mean Donovan Klingen?
Donovan Klingon. They better never touch him.
No,
He's
he's not
their
going to.
Wemby
He's a young
stopper.
kid. He's not going anywhere. No,
He's their Wemby stopper.
The Blazers have something here. Okay, they've got a good group of players here, and of course you have Scoot Henderson. Let's not forget him either.
To me, here's what I think. If I'm
Mm-hmm.
the Blazers, I just pull a shock move, keep Ja Morant, and since Ja Morant is injury prone, Damian Lillard is injury prone, Drew Holiday is injury prone.
Mm.
Guess what? Why the hell do you need to run one superstar out there for 40 minutes?
Mm.
Why can't you just pay that money and run each of them out there for like, okay, you're going to run Lillard out there with the first unit, second, you could just, or run them, you could run Holiday out there with, you could run small backcourt. You could run small midcourt and Klingon.
Hmm. Well,
Take care of business after run
look,
run a Vija small forward,
yeah.
and then everybody's just passing and distributing the basketball.
Well, I'm going to
It
be
could
very
be
curious to see what
they
happens
could look
happens
they
here.
could look like the NBA's version of the Harlem freaking Globetrotters if you
All right.
run this right.
The Grizzlies will also gain $1 million in cash consideration in addition to the trade. Okay, so they'll get a little $1 million to spend with. Great. The point of the matter, though, Ja Morant needs to go somewhere to revive his career because,
I think that's Boston. I'll tell you exactly what I think is happening.
okay,
I think because what's Ja Morant making? We're gonna do. Welcome to another Beast of the East investigates things segment, so we can figure out exactly why teams do things.
right. Well, Ja Morant is currently under a 5-year, $197.2 million rookie extension that he originally signed with the Grizzlies back in 2022. So he can hit free agency in the summer of 2028. So he's in the fourth year of that 5-year deal currently is Ja Morant.
Yeah, 2 years, very movable deal.
Okay.
Damian Lillard's contract is what?
Well, if we have to go into the specifics, he didn't sign a he didn't sign a ridiculous deal. It was only like a couple of years, 3 years, 41.6 million. And that also will run through, so it will run through the upcoming 26-27 season. There's also a full no trade clause in the contract and a player option for 27-28. So he has a no trade clause.
Yeah, so you're not moving Lillard.
Lillard's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere.
So Ja Morant, his contract is very movable. Jaylen Brown's money is what?
Well, Jaylen Brown is still he re-signed, he made a contract deal recently of his own. Yeah, he's currently playing under a 5-year, $303.7 million supermax extension. So he still has 3 years and $183 million left on his fully guaranteed deal. That runs through the 28-29 season.
Ooh. So, Ja Morant for Jaylen Brown, the money matches up.
Yeah, if the Blazers and Celtics go this route. Now, let's not forget.
That seems to be the way.
Now, the Blazers and Celtics have done business before with each other. How do you think Robert Williams came to the Blazers originally? He was a Celtic once, was Robert Williams, before he got locked up to a new deal. So there you go.
All I'm going to say is this. The money matches up. Boston needs a starting point guard.
Mm-hmm.
In the worst way. They haven't been the same since Drew Holiday left. And Ja Morant, he'll fall in line.
Yeah, but everybody complains the owner of the Blazers is too cheap. He doesn't spend money. He's too this and too that. Tom Dundon.
Exactly. So this is even money.
Yeah. If he wants to go that route.
Salaries.
He goes that route.
Yearly salaries. It's even money, and you basically just add one more year of Ja Morant's money to your books.
Yeah. Well, As we mentioned, also, of course, the Blazers, as we know, we mentioned two of their players already that they got through the recent drafts. Klingon, who they got 2 years ago, Scoot Henderson from 23, and then Shaden Sharp from 2022. So they still have those three young kids locked in to this team. And you have Avdia. Now you add in Ja Morant, and you still have Damian Lillard who can come off.
You're probably going
So,
to have to add Shaden Sharp to the deal in order to even out the money.
well, for Joe Cronin, that's going to be a very interesting call. Joe Cronin, of course, is the general manager of the
Or a
team
pick,
and head of
because the Blazers
operations.
have or a pick, because the Blazers have a ton of those. Um, so it's probably going to be Ja Morant and a pick.
Well, we'll have to see if this is a route that they go. The
What do you mean?
Blazers
No,
have the
there's no
Blazers.
damn way. There's no damn way it's not. And my God, I already have a hurt throat. Like I don't feel well, and you're making me argue with you.
I'm
What
giving
other
you,
team has the damn resources to do this?
yeah, I know it'd be the Celtics. I get that. Okay, it's a fair point. Now, will the Celtics and Blazers go this route? Will John Morant go to Boston? That will make him very powerful, of course. But then again, what happened?
John Morant has no trade clause. He doesn't get to control a damn thing of what he does. He's not on a max deal. The money matches with Jaylen Brown's deal.
But then
I don't
he's going to bring
see the
Grady and Gunny.
difference.
He's going to bring Grenady and Gunny with him.
And he's gonna go to the most red city on the East Coast, where everybody would welcome Grenady and Gunny with open arms. They'll probably have special cases for Grenady and Gunny. They'll worship him in Boston. They'll worship them in Boston. Are you kidding?
Is he going to be the missing piece that didn't get them over the hump last year? You know, Jason Tatum went down this past playoff with the injury, and Celtics went in shorthanded, and the Celtics got eliminated earlier than they should have been.
No, they didn't get eliminated earlier than they should have been. Even when they had Tatum and freaking Brown together, they were not good enough to face a New York Knicks team. Ja Morant is the only thing that could help them beat a Jalen Brunson-led Knicks.
Well, speaking of the Knicks, as we're on the topic of them, Knicks did what they had to do in the draft. They did get a few pieces out of there. They got that Kale guy from Germany, and then they got Nickel from Vanderbilt. And stuff I've heard about Nickel, he looks like a really solid player. I've watched some videos of him. This guy is a sniper 3-point shooter, something the
Oh,
Knicks have been missing for quite some
so he's a
time.
so he's a solid nickel bag. He's a solid nickel bag.
He's a solid package. Not nickel back, not nickel and dime. No, no, no. And this guy is
I,
6'7". He's not a small guy. He's 6'7". So he's a good 6'7" shooter, and he's going to be a
oh,
matchup
so
nightmare for opponents that have to play the Knicks with this guy's
oh, so
ability to
is he?
shoot threes.
Oh, so is he our Bridges replacement?
Well, Bridges isn't going anywhere, at least not yet. There hasn't been any. The only move everybody's worried about right now is Mitchell Robinson.
Um,
Right?
like I said, have a nice career. Thank you
The
for your
Knicks,
service.
the Knicks locked up
Um,
The Knicks locked up Alvarado, huge. They locked up Shamit, huge. You lock up Diawara, great. Now,
you're
Mitch
done.
is
Get Huck. You have Huck Porty.
about Huck Porty. I should bring something up with that. The Knicks,
What? No.
yeah, I told
What do you
you.
mean? No. No, he
Yeah,
has to stay. He has
uh,
to stay here.
the Knicks did not extend any offer to Huck Porty, so he's now an unrestricted free agent.
Okay, now that you are an unrestricted free agent, resign his ass for cheap
Okay.
money and be done.
Well, I'm curious if the reason why they did that is to free up money to try to get Mitch to come back. That could be a possibility. If Karl Anthony Towns, like Jalen Brunson already did, if he takes a pay cut, if he's willing to take a pay cut, there you go. That's some money to spend on Mitch right there. Now, the Knicks also, I believe, do have his early bird rights, just like they did with not unlike the situation with Hartenstein. By the way, Hartenstein's off the books. He re-signed with OKC, so 75 million more for Hartenstein. He ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, can I just say one thing? Carl
Please.
Anthony Towns is waiting for the Knicks to do all the spending that they need to do, and he's going to take what's left. I'm pretty sure he's going to be like, all right, whatever's left, gimme.
Yeah. Well, because there's obviously been a lot of talk, and I don't want to believe everything I hear with talk yet, but like, Shams Charania, people are saying, well, I mean, it doesn't look like Mitch is going to be back as a Knick. Everybody's already assuming that Mitch already has a foot out the door and he's gone. He's not going to come back here. And okay, great. If a team decides to take a move at Mitch.
Why should he?
Because Mitch is one of your anchors on defense. He's a guy that can replace Towns if he gets in foul trouble, which Towns had throughout these playoffs. If Mitch was not there, who do you cover Towns with? Huck Porter you have, but is that enough? No. Mitch makes plays on defense. Mitch changes your defense. Mitch is a great defender on big men. You saw how he guarded Wemby. You saw how he made the big rebound in Game 5.
I saw all of that. You know what else I saw? I saw in Game 4 how Huck Porty kept Wemby out of the paint.
Yes.
That the only reason that Wemby was scoring and that the Spurs were up by 29 was because Wemby was just untouchable from 3.
Okay. Well, there you go. But look, you want to have a good glut of big men if you're the Knicks. You don't want to be down 2 of them or even 1. And of course, the second apron is still the next problem.
Which is why I didn't want them to give up that 7-foot kid to Detroit. By the way, where is Isaiah Stewart?
Oh yes, well Isaiah Stewart, as you know, he was dealt. He went to Memphis.
I know he's in Memphis, but how long is his contract?
All right, let's take a look at that. By the way, so Memphis, it was for 3 second-round draft picks, by the way. So Isaiah Stewart is under a 4-year, $60 million rookie extension, which can reach $64 million with incentives. He has 2 guaranteed seasons left remaining on that contract, including $15 million for the coming year and a $15 million team option for 27-28.
What the hell else is on that roster? And I would wonder, how would they like a Mikal Bridges?
Well, that will be interesting. Now,
because I'm dead ass serious. Like, everybody wants to run it back with this exact roster. Why?
Because this
I
roster,
love the chemistry.
You want to keep.
I love the chemistry, but there was one thing that was bogging it up.
Well, as you know, Bridges is already signed to a 4-year.
One little piece that was messing it up.
Bridges is already signed to the Knicks. Bridges already signed with the Knicks for 4 years, $150 million. He's still under contract with the Knicks. He's not going anywhere. And he took a discount from the previous year to help them maintain salary cap flexibility under the second apron. So the Knicks were thinking ahead. He has a player option for 29-30 and a trade kicker. It says here, a trade kicker. I've never heard of that term, a trade kicker.
Now, what's the trade kicker?
I'm actually curious to know what that means myself. Okay. So what is a trade kicker? It's a contractual clause that pays a player extra financial bonus if they are traded to another team. It can be a fixed amount or a percentage of up to 15% of the player's remaining base salary. So the bonus will be paid by the team trading the other player away, not the franchise acquiring him.
Fuck.
Yeah. So if the Knicks trade Bridges, they're paying.
So we're stuck with this. Damn it.
Oh, well, you wanted to know what it was. I'm explaining it to you. Are you explaining it to you?
No, I'm glad. I'm just upset that, okay. All right. Okay.
I mean, the Thunder are not going to blow up their roster after missing one trip to the finals this year. They got their chip already. SGA's not going anywhere. Hartenstein's not going anywhere.
I know, but Bridges was not a reason we won. We won in spite
Are
of
you
him.
kidding me? There were games there were games that we needed Bridges to give us a performance, and he did. There were games we needed Bridges to come up and make big shots. And during the 29-point comeback, a couple games during the finals run, and also throughout the playoffs, When Bridges needed to make shots, he made shots. Yeah, is Bridges a
That's
consistent shooter?
great.
No, he's not. I know he's not consistent. But when he's
Not
on,
at all. And
boy, does he impact the game when he's
he's
on.
not even a consistent defender anymore. To me, he needs to be the number one, or he's way too inconsistent of a player.
Well, yeah, you mean
Like
like a number one
I need,
scorer? You want to be a number one
yeah,
scorer? Uh,
like he needs to be a number one scorer, or he's way too inconsistent of a player.
uh,
Like I need somebody that could just activate at
uh,
any time during
didn't
the
he do
game.
that with Brooklyn? Didn't he try to be the number one scorer with Brooklyn, and that didn't really pan out very good, did it?
It did actually.
Hmm. For a
That's
time when he was
why
younger.
it.
When he was
No,
younger,
it
yeah.
did actually. No, it did actually, and that's why the Knicks gave 5 first-round draft picks to acquire him.
Okay.
And I thank him for helping us win the finals. But unfortunately, now the East is getting much, much stronger, and the Knicks need to beef up their roster to maintain position in the regular season as
True.
well.
True.
We're not going to be able to coast through the regular year anymore.
You have, yeah, because now you have Kawhi Leonard in your division now. You're dealing, Halliburton's coming back for Indiana. That's going to be a big
Yup.
deal.
That
Celtics will be back at full power. I expect Jalen
and
Brown to end
I
up
think
staying.
no, I expect Jalen. I expect John Morant to go to Boston.
Even if he does, I
That's
don't know
what
if
that's
John Morant's
setting
going to
up.
impact the Celtics the same way Jalen Brown does. I just don't know. I just
I
don't
think
feel
it.
that with him.
I think you're wrong. I think you're dead wrong
Yeah, Tatum,
because
Tatum, I'm going to worry about Tatum 100%. I worry about Jason
The
Tatum.
Memphis Grizzlies are not a professional organization. They do not operate well. They have fired coaches
They
for
once
no
did.
reason.
They used to once. They used to be a very good team for a
Uh,
number of years. They used to be very good when
yeah,
they
but
had
they
Zach
were yeah,
Randolph.
but their front office was always operating on a bad wavelength. Look at what they did to David Fizdale. Look at how badly they fumbled the Gasol brothers.
Oh yeah,
I
Lionel
mean,
Hollins when they trade. Oh yeah, when they got rid of Lionel Hollins. Who could forget that?
look at the Gasol brothers. You had the freaking Gasol brothers and you didn't win titles.
Yeah. Well, right now
How
Zach
do you
Cl-
have both Gasol brothers on the same team and not win championships?
well Zach Kleiman is running things as far as general manager and president of operations is concerned with Memphis. He's been doing that since 2019. And as for the ownership, look, Robert Pera. Okay, he's a young, he's 48, young dude. Okay, global communications tech is what he does. Okay.
I mean, we're discovering that organization is not run well. They might get good players, but there's a reason they constantly keep drafting good players.
Okay, well, there have been teams that have gone through 15 years or more of failure in getting number one draft picks over time. And then eventually, they get rid of those number one picks to try to get new picks. And then they try to get new picks from those new picks. And they keep going through the same cycle
I
over
mean,
and over.
They're not the worst, but if mediocre had a picture in the dictionary, it would be the Memphis
Look
Grizzlies.
at Washington. Look at the Wizards. Okay, look at the Wizards right now. Okay, yeah, the Wizards drafted DeBonza. Cool. Okay,
That's
they're
the logo of failure. However, the Wizards managed to somehow very quietly
yes.
get Trae Young,
Hmm.
Anthony Davis,
And they're not planning to
and
trade him. They're not planning to trade Anthony Davis either. They've been getting
and
offers,
who
but no.
else? And who else on that roster just went there?
Yes. Well, I mean, other than like the main. All right, let's go through the rest of them if we can look at them here.
Trae Young, AD, and there was another big deal that just happened with a big star going to the Wizards.
No, that was the no, that was no, that was McCollum. That was a while back. No, oh, I'm looking at their moves, but I mean, I haven't seen it. It hasn't been anything.
No, there was something that just recently happened. I thought I just saw something. I really haven't been paying attention,
Oh, okay,
truthfully.
well,
But
other than the other than the
because
draft pieces
literally,
they did get.
you told me July 6th, and I was holding fast to that. But you're here to tell me and the rest of the world. So
All right, they signed Jameer Watkins, all right, NBA contract. They inked Julian Reese. Okay, and then obviously, yeah, re-signing, signing Trae Young to the 4 years, 212 million, and then you draft, of course, DeBonza. Okay, There is some rumors I'm hearing of maybe Russell Westbrook coming back. He is a free agent. Maybe the Wizards make a move at him again.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing. Okay, yeah, that was what was crossing.
There's been rumors, but it hasn't. Nothing's official. But yeah, you put Westbrook back there. I mean, okay,
And
another
I'm
good
also
veteran.
hearing
Another good
I'm also
veteran.
hearing oh, the other rumor I was hearing was Durant to DC.
I don't know about that. I, if they're really going to try to bring back that old duo again from, I don't know if Kevin Durant's not going to want to go to the Wizards. He wants to go to a winning. He's going to want to go to a winning team. He's going to
But
want to go to
here's
a
the
team that
thing.
to win a title,
The
one more title.
Wizards are quietly amassing a roster of like veterans
Okay, that'll help with the young
without
kids.
and they have so much money because they have all these young talented kids that have been playing for years and they've been paying them nothing.
Yeah, because they're playing
And
with no direction. Well, they're playing with no direction. They're not playing with a veteran captain to run the ship. Okay, now you'll have a healthy Trae Young. Great. Okay, you bring in DeBonza. Great. You have if Anthony when Anthony Davis is healthy, pray that he actually stays healthy. Okay, then maybe the Wizards could have a
AD
little something here.
is AD will be starting the season healthy.
That's what I hope he will be. I hope he
Um
stays healthy.
Now, hold on. But one more veteran, and they have the money to sign one more max.
Hmm. Well, Ben Simmons has been talked about. He's
You
coming
know, I
to make his
would
return.
if I were the Wizards, I would do that. I would do that instantly. I would give him a shot. I would put
Well,
him in the D League and give him a shot. Uh Instantly.
Simmons is
Because
looking
he
at
had
either Philly or Miami, possibly returning to one of those teams. Uh,
well, I don't know. To me, the Wizards seem like the area of redemption for me right now because they are amassing older players with skill that everybody has seems to have thrown away. Maybe you know what? You know who would be perfect for the Wizards? Marcus Smart. That would be perfect for them
mhm.
because a nice point guard to go for Trae Young so that Trae Young doesn't have to worry about ball distribution and he could just play off ball and shoot.
Hmm. And then, of course, we had another. This is another trade that happened a few days back, and this is another impactful one. Now he's gonna. This is one that's gonna weaken the East a little. LaMelo Ball was traded, as we mentioned. That LaMelo Ball is going to the Timberwolves. Oh yeah, I think we mentioned that last week. LaMelo Ball to the
Yeah,
Timberwolves.
you know, that's another team that I don't understand the move because it messes with Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, well, because you already Julius Randle's gone now. He's with Brooklyn.
Yeah, so who
And
replaces him in that roster? LaMelo Ball doesn't go.
remember, you have the Jefferson guy that went to the Timberwolves in the draft. So they do have that guy Jefferson who could serve as the new big body guy for Randall. Young guy. I think maybe you could develop something with him. And listen, I I trust
Although
I trust Chris Finch. I trust Chris
are the
Finch.
are the T Wolves in play for Kevin Durant?
That that will be interesting. I haven't heard him linked to Minnesota. I
Because
remember
that
now
would
if you
make sense.
it would be interesting. I'm not against him going there, but he's already. But it seems like all Kevin Durant's been doing over the years, after he went with Oklahoma City, uh, he goes to Golden State, he goes to Phoenix, he goes to
Well,
Houston
Minnesota.
and
Well, Minnesota
Brooklyn.
makes yeah, Minnesota makes sense because if he's title hunting, they're the closest chance he's got.
Well, if
They're the team that needs him.
I hope Minnesota can keep most of the core. They already lost pieces of that core that they had. You dealt Randall, you lost Naz Reid, so Minnesota's going to have to really piece this team together, and if they want to make noise again in the West. I'm not saying they can't, but they played very inconsistently this past season. They had
Yeah, but
stretches where they were good, and then they had stretches where they were trash.
you can move LaMelo Ball and get Durant and one of the young pieces the Rockets got.
Hmm.
That'd
I
be how you
mean,
rebuild that.
well, you think like what trade Reed Shepherd? You think maybe Şengün gets traded perhaps?
Look, LaMelo Ball's got to be worth Durant in one of those.
Well, let's take a look quickly at LaMelo Ball's contract if we want to take a look at things. Obviously, he was right now LaMelo Ball is currently playing under a 5-year, $203.85 million rookie extension contract that he signed with Charlotte that runs through the 2028-29 season. He also has a trade kicker in his trade clause of 15%, and he'll be an unrestricted free agent in 2029. This money, by the way, the 203 is fully guaranteed money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just don't think you play with money like that. I don't know about that. I'm a little cautious with this. I don't think you want to move unless Minnesota, because remember, we just talked about the trade kicker, and Minnesota now has Ball. If they do a trade,
Maybe it's Anthony Edwards.
I mean, does Ant-Man want out in Minnesota? Is it getting to that point that he wants out?
I mean, it would make sense.
But you know, Minnesota is going to try to do everything in their power to keep him happy. Still
Well,
only a
they just,
24-year-old kid. He's still only just 24 years old.
I mean, they did just trade for a brand new star.
I know.
Trust me, LaMelo Ball does not want to be number two in his city.
And right now, Anthony Edwards' contract does not have a no trade clause or anything like that. So 5 years at 244.62 million, which runs through 28-29. But there's no special essentials in this deal that jump out. So I don't know.
Maybe Edwards goes somewhere else.
If Minnesota
Maybe
takes a step back this year, if they're an early first round exit in the playoffs, then I think Edwards will want out. Or if they start off poorly to start the year and they're playing barely above 500, maybe then you start having that discussion. But I don't know. I don't know yet. I just don't. You don't want Minnesota doesn't want to blow up the team that they've already got that got them a couple rounds into the playoffs. And in fact, you eliminated Denver with this group. This group eliminated the Nuggets. That should tell you something. They have the capability to win in the West.
I just thought of something.
Should I be scared of this?
Yeah,
Okay. You think
this will
Edwards
probably
comes to the
no.
East?
This will probably never happen, but this trade would honestly be perfect for both teams.
Humor me.
Minnesota and New York.
Hmm. Maybe, if this is a way for the Knicks to get DiVincenzo back. Hmm.
Uh, Bridges.
Hmm. Okay. Bridges and who else? Not trading Brunson. You got to be crazy if you think
It
we're
would
going to
have to
trade.
be Bridges and Anobi. I love
Hmm.
OG, but
Yeah, he has injury history. I understand that. And you're trying to get a little younger. I get that. A lot of the Knick team is about
we
28,
have
29 years old.
we have Josh Hart. Shamet's okay.
Alvarado, you still
To
have as
back him up,
well.
we still have Alvarado. We could handle the loss of those two to get Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, this is James Dolan we're talking about here. This is James Dolan we're talking about here. And you don't think that if
All those cash considerations that we just did.
so then you reunite Anthony Edwards with Karl Anthony Towns.
And give them the point guard they always should have had. The star that would have that guides them both, because neither Anthony Edwards nor Karl Anthony Towns is a true leader of men like Jalen Brunson is.
And you think,
Neither of them have been able to take over a fourth quarter in a way that could.
well, I don't want these three heads to be. And I know
No,
Brunson will set a standard, but I don't want them three heads to be bickering with one another within a few
no.
weeks.
Here's what would happen. Here's what would happen. Carl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards would control the first three quarters,
Mm-hmm.
and in the
Okay.
fourth,
All Brunson.
Superman.
All Brunson.
That's right.
Well, if you build a three-headed monster like that, it could work. But again, this is all far-fetched theory. We're not. I'm not. Look, I'm not saying it's not impossible that it couldn't happen, but I don't think James
But by the
Dolan goes
way,
that route. He just won't
that's
do it.
how dynasties are done. That's how dynasties are done.
Okay.
And you keep the players that have the most heart.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, I love OG, but you have to give them up to make this work.
Well,
And yeah, you don't resign Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, Carl Anthony Towns has to take $100 million pay cut.
I know it's a business and these guys have earned their pay. I get it. I 100% get it. I know it's a tough business. It's a results business. By the way, the infamous
and does
bucket.
this mean we might have to meet Minnesota in the championships?
If we have to meet them, then we meet
Hell
them.
yeah.
By the way,
Then
the
I'm all good with it.
the game.
But do you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? That's the deal I'm advocating. Let's do that. Let's trade OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges for Anthony Edwards. They just got LaMelo Ball on that team. There's no way LaMelo Ball is going to be the number 2 guy in this city. I think Minnesota's moving Anthony Edwards. Knicks like to keep their moves quiet until they actually happen. Ant Edwards to the Knicks for Bridges, OG, and let's do some pick compensation, something, money exchange. Knicks got a whole lot of cash sitting in their pockets right now, thanks to these cash considerations. Figure it out. But those two for Edwards is very fair compensation. Very fair. Along with a pick, maybe you would have to give up Kolek. You would have to give up something from the bench, I would say.
Yeah.
I don't want to give up Kolek, but maybe you got to. You got Alvarado. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to give up shit.
I get it. It's so tough because every one of these Knicks, every one of these players you see on this team contributed throughout the year in some shape or form.
Do you think Tyler Kolek wants to stay in New York after the police almost arrested him in his own parade? No.
We don't know that Tyler Kolek hasn't gone in the news media and say, "Oh, I hate New York City police. I want to leave this city." He hasn't said that.
The cops almost arrested him in his own parade.
I know they thought They thought he wasn't a Knick. I know they didn't know he was a player on the Knicks. Okay, well,
you would think, by the way, that these freaking stupid cops who were assigned to this parade would know the faces of the players.
Okay, he didn't mean that. Mouth respects cops. We have to respect our beloved police department, NYPD, professionalism, courtesy, respect. PCR.
I definitely do. I'm talking about the specific ones that grabbed the Knick player. You would think they know who the hell these people are.
Okay. Well,
my God.
Well, if you're curious to know, because of the re-signing of Alvarado, and you know what, you might be on point with that. You're actually kind of on point with this. Kolek and Deuce McBride have been named in trade talks. Okay, their names have been running around in trade talks. So
there you go. I don't even want Deuce McBride on his team anymore. I mean, it's so sad. I got to get a McBride jersey before he goes. But
look, every one of these Knicks were like family on this team. That's what Leon Rose created. He wanted a family environment on this team, and he did that.
But do you know what? Now we need a dynasty environment. It's time to upgrade. And do you know what? You want a family environment? Get Edwards. Get Super Kitty's brother.
Okay, well, then you're going to have then the whole thing with Anthony Edwards and all the women he's been with. It's going to and then child support and all that stuff is going to come rearing into New York, and James Dolan doesn't want that. James Dolan doesn't want to have that type of thing surrounding his team. You know how James Dolan is. You know how he runs
Uh,
a team.
yeah. Isaiah Thomas was executive for how long?
Yeah,
Just
well,
fine.
that was
Just fine with him.
you know, but
Don't talk to me about. Don't extol to me about the virtues and morality of one James Dolan
well, he talked about 10 weeks of sacrifice,
and
10 weeks of no
Sparta
sex, 10 weeks
and
of
Sparta.
dieting.
Yeah, and Sparta and how he played with
He
his
played in
band
rock
in front
band.
of.
He plays in band. He big guitar
Yeah,
guy, right?
but yeah, the guitar. Where he, I played guitar in front of 50,000 people in front of in a stadium once. I know how you feel. What? No, you don't. You dumbass. You don't know anything.
Oh man.
They,
Oh,
they, get Anthony Edwards in here. Hell, Bridges, McBride, Kolek. That's a package.
there's our man. Well, that's Aiden. Yeah, there's James Dolan right there. The little rock group there that he's with there. The
Oh
straight shot, I
God,
believe. Man, he looks so
the
badass
straight
with that leather
shooters,
coat and
right?
hat and the hat on his head. He looks so badass.
Look at that. What the hell? And it's so sad. The people that are with him are actual good musicians, from what I understand.
Okay. I mean, it's there we go. Yeah, there he's an electric guitar with guitar right there. Look at that. Yeah, there he is, right there.
The Stinging Tycoon. Oh God.
I hope maybe
Prop
maybe he'll perform
propaganda at its finest.
maybe he'll perform at maybe one of the Knicks will have him perform at their kid's birthday party or something, maybe for a wedding. Maybe he'll perform at a wedding for a wedding party or something, right? Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that.
I'm sure.
Okay. But anyway,
Maybe he'll perform at Tyler Kolek's goodbye party when he gets traded for Anthony Edwards.
hmm. All right.
Kolek
Well,
and Deuce McBride, along with Bridges. Bye bye.
right.
Hi Anthony Edward.
Now the Hornets did get also some other upgrades, and LaMelo Ball obviously was traded, but don't forget the Suns and the Hornets also made a trade for Miles Bridges. So what did the
Yes.
Hornets get in return? They got Royce O'Neal and Grayson Allen, along with
Yes.
a 2033 first round pick. So you remember what the Hornets kind of showed us last year? They showed something. I know they didn't. Did they make the playoffs? They made it as a play-in team. I know, were they? But the run they had in the second half showed me quite a bit, and Con
Yeah, that was
Canepa
because.
leading this team is going to be quite dangerous.
Yep. But the other one that led the team was,
LaMelo, I
six
know.
seven. That guy.
LaMelo Ball was a big deal. I get it. I know. Look,
That's why Minnesota wants him.
yep. And look,
And it seems that
OG's
they.
game ball was going to get auctioned. It's not now. They were going to auction off the game four bucket that was made by OG with the basketball. They ended up pulling it from the auction. It's going to stay with the team, which I think is good. You don't want to curse. You don't want to curse the good karma, the goodwill of this team, and you want to keep history here. I get it. Fair. You
Yep.
know? And of course, now, the New York Liberty won the Commissioner's Cup for the WNBA tonight. So is it a sign that maybe the Liberty could win another WNBA title like they did 2 years ago? Could both our New York basketball teams, men and women, sweep? We're three-quarters of the way there.
Let's do it.
And of course,
Let's own this. Let's own basketball.
well,
And let's just continue to do it. Why
and
not?
of course, who did the Liberty beat? Becky Hammon and the Aces. They beat Becky Hammon's Aces.
Yep. Shut up. Shut
Okay,
up,
look,
Becky.
I don't want to. I'm not going to go. Look, Jalen Brunson made his point. Said what he had to say about people that doubted him. That's it. Done. Over with. All right. Now, obviously, we're a couple days away from when the real trades and everything become official, of course, in just a matter of days. It's hard to believe we're only just a week away.
I really hope I see a trade. Anthony Edwards to the Knicks
Yep.
for, well, because it's gonna have to be OG, unfortunately, because you know the trade kicker situation for Anunoby, because his contract is the one max deal we got
Well, OG's is
for.
5 years for 212.5 million, and that runs through the 28-29 season. There is no trade kicker or anything like that in this. It's just,
It's a
the
max
the
deal.
money's what it is. It's a max deal. The money is what it is.
So
2029 OG becomes an unrestricted free agent in 2029.
so you know what? Um, his contract matches Anthony Edwards.
So you say go for it. You say do the trade. I will be very
O,
curious if this is the direction the Knicks go.
OG McBride, OG McBride, Colette.
Kolek. So those three to get Anthony Edwards and maybe do the Knicks give up maybe trade away a pick or two in return? Because I feel like this is going to cost you at least one or two draft picks with the three players you're giving away. Maybe I'm wrong. I'd say we'll cost you at least a draft pick or two, at least.
Sure.
Right.
But what's Minnesota giving me back then? Because then they have to kick something back.
Well, I mean, look what we've seen from some of the trades that I've already read. I mean, you saw what the Heat gave up just to get Giannis. You saw what the Heat had to give up. They gave up almost half they gave almost their whole roster away just to get Giannis here.
Do you know what? With those players, fine. Well, the Knicks do have still actually. Well, we did just get a whole bunch of second round picks.
Yes, I know, and we did draft two of them, and that's fine. I'm going to be obviously they're going to play in the summer league, which is going to be very essential for their development, and we'll see what they become. Look, I think Nickel for certain, Tyler Nickel, I think is definitely the guy you're going to see playing in a Nick uniform during the season. I think no doubt
No,
Nickel's
but
going
what
to
I'm
work his way
saying,
into the
no,
lineup.
but what I'm saying is we did just get a whole bunch of extra picks.
Yes, we
So
did.
perhaps some of those.
If it means we have to move at least one or two of them, fine. I'm okay with maybe moving at least two of them.
Because
But
it
that's about
looks
it.
like, and we did just get a whole bunch of cash considerations too.
Yeah, well, here the Knicks got the five picks that I meant that the five second round picks. So for two for
We
29,
drafted, yeah, two for 29. Yeah, so
one for
we
30,
just
one for 32, and one for 33. Two of them were by Mavericks, and two of them were by the Suns, and one by Sacramento. All right, that's what we have here, at least for the second round
so,
picks.
and then don't we have extra first round picks as well?
Uh, let's see. I don't believe the Knicks. I don't know if the Knicks have any future first round picks at the moment. Here, hold on. Okay. The Knicks control their own first round picks for 28, 30, and 32. And then the remaining future picks are tied up in prior trades that belong to the Brooklyn Nets with the pick swap for 2028. So,
Hmm.
yeah, so basically, yeah, the 27 pick was traded outright to the Nets. The 28 one was retained, but subject to a high complex pick swap with Brooklyn.
Oh,
29 was
so
traded outright to the
oh yeah,
Nets.
that's right. If Brooklyn gets a top five pick, we don't get the pick at all,
Well,
right?
that's what the Bridges deal cost you. That's what happens when you get Bridges for the picks that you gave up for him.
Trade them that 28 pick.
Okay, that's if again, that's if this is Leon Rose. Does he want to pull that trigger? This is Leon Rose that's going to make this
That
decision.
28 pick is so effing complicated that it is subject to draft lottery. So that if the pick is 6 or below, you get it. If it's 5 or above, it's retained by Brooklyn and you get nothing. And Brooklyn gets 2 picks. So basically, it's like a slot machine.
Mm. Well, I'm going to be very fascinated where this goes. All right,
So I'd trade that 28 pick in that deal with Kolek, McBride, and Anunoby for Ant-Man. That's not a big deal to me.
look. I like to believe you. Maybe something like this will happen. I'm going to leave it up to fate to decide that. Obviously, the
Because
trade period.
I'm sorry to say it, to me, that that just ups the chemistry by a million because you're bringing in a guy that literally helped raise the player Carl Anthony Towns.
All right, so now he did that. So now, do what? You want Towns returning the favor now with Edwards here? You think Towns returns the favor and starts kind of further developing him like Edwards developed him? It's kind of weird because
No, you're basically Edwards helps bring out more in Towns. I want Edwards there to bring out more in
uh,
Towns.
and
It seems like
you know how
Anthony
intense
Edwards
Mike
and
Brown is,
Towns
and you
have
know
a
how intense Mike Brown is. You know how Mike Brown
so
runs an offense.
yeah, so they're gonna so what he's gonna do is bring out the best in all three of those players. I think those three together would be something absolutely special.
Okay, and then Edwards has to be on board with whatever Mike Brown is going to do. And you know how Mike Brown is. He will stick with pieces that are working.
Does Anthony Edwards want a championship?
Yes. Then he has
Then
to
he'll
put all the ego
listen,
aside. Then he has to put his ego aside.
and he will,
Okay, I hope he will. I hope he will.
and he will.
Because that's how this whole Nick team has
I
been built on with no egos.
and I think because I think Carl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards have been talking. I'm sure he's been recruiting. I'm telling you, I, I don't know why. I just have a feeling the Knicks have been making these moves to get these second round picks so that this way they would be able to trade first round picks. So this way they had multiple seconds. So this way they
Well,
didn't not have a future.
Brian Windhorst did bring this up. This is back from about 8 days ago. Uh, but yeah, what Edwards did show frustration with Minnesota after they traded Towns. He did show frustration since that Towns trade happened, and just about how he gets double teamed, and Edwards has been complaining I have to do too much, and everybody's coming after me now because now my other scoring option is not there. If this
You
does
know
solve the
what?
problem, if this going to the Knicks solves the problem for him,
I think he misses his running buddy. And this is the second time he's been separated from Towns. Think
well,
about it.
I know, but I thought, him and Randall were developing pretty good chemistry. I thought it looked like, hey,
And then
he
they
looked
took
comfortable.
Randall and then they took Randall away from him. And gave him LaMelo freaking Ball. They're treating him like the Knicks treated Stephon Marbury and Patrick Ewing.
They're messing with their toys. They're messing with their bright, shiny toy.
But it's messed up what they're doing to Edwards.
Well, then why doesn't Edwards grow the cojones and say something to management saying, what the F are you doing? You're blowing my team up. You're screwing me over and over. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here
You
anymore.
don't think he's doing that? You
Oh,
don't
I'm
think
sure
he's
he
doing
probably
that?
is. I'm sure he's pissed off. I'd be pissed too.
He's
I,
doing it. And by the way, the baby mama situation was Anthony Edwards had a child with a woman that when he was 19 years old and the woman was like 32.
mm,
So
yeah.
a pedo,
Okay.
a lady who was basically a pedo.
Mm. Well, who knows if it was it
Um
even consensual? We don't know if it was even
uh,
consensual.
uh, yeah, so I bet you yeah, how much liquor did Anthony Edwards have that night, lady?
When Edwards is
Let's
underage
have
at
that
that point.
combo.
At that point, he's underage. He's 19 years old.
Let's talk before we talk about baby mamas, let's talk about a bunch. We talk about Anthony Edwards and whatever. Um he was with a lady that was more than 10 years older than him.
I know. Yeah, and then the whole, was he drinking and all
So
that? We don't know if it was
I don't even
maybe
want
it
to
was
know.
consensual.
I know it was, but like I don't even want to hear about it because that lady was more than 10 years older than him and she knew better, a lot better than what he did. And that's just that
Yeah.
would be like that would be the same level of ick as let's do a gender swap of this story. A 31-year-old man has
With
a
a 19
child with a
with a 19-year-old.
19-year-old woman.
Well,
How does that
was
sound to you?
okay, is Bill Belichick not right now with someone 30, 40 years younger than him, right? I mean, look at who Bill
Uh,
Belichick's with.
it wasn't Bill. Actually, Bill Belichick is 70, and he was with a
19-year old.
21-year-old, 19-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's someone
Disgusting.
younger. Okay, there you go. That's someone younger.
Disgusting.
Uh, does
Nasty.
doesn't Leonardo DiCaprio do the same thing also? He's into
Ick.
younger women. He's into that stuff.
Ugh. I don't
Okay.
understand it. I
Okay.
don't understand it.
Okay. Well,
That don't make sense to me.
Robert Kraft is dating somebody I'm sure younger than him. Big macho owner. Make money. I'm a billionaire. I win titles.
Roar.
Do
Yeah.
I need to mention the late David Hasselhoff? Do I have to mention even him? I don't want to.
You
But
don't.
do I have to?
You don't have to.
I'm not going to. Okay. I'm not even gonna go there. Okay. I'm not going to.
Yeah, but like below the age of 21, really? Like, could you
No.
at least wait until they're like adults?
Well, great question. Anyway. Okay. But anyways, in about a week, the real trades, the official free agent signings take place July 6th. Of course, as we're going to wrap up the show, a little shout out anniversary, a few more days, just July 4th, 3 days from now, we celebrate our 250th birthday, our
Yes,
semi-quincentennial for our great country.
that's right.
And it's going to be a very nice Capitol 4th on Channel 13 special, a 2-day event for July 3rd and 4th, which will have a fireworks display at George Washington's Mount Vernon home. Isn't that? I mean, you couldn't ask for anything even better than that. And we'll have FIFA World Cup action on July 4th as well. The United
Yes, we
States,
will.
United States in the knockout stage tomorrow. We will have Matt O'Boyle joining us once again to go into the knockout stage. And we've already had some shocking upsets. We've already had a lot of surprises already. We're only just a couple days into the knockout round, and the stories are being written quickly. And the Sweet 16 is looking quite promising as we get into the World Cup. And then in 4 years from now, the FIFA World Cup itself will turn 100 years old. So on June 8th next year, Morocco, Spain, and Portugal shall host the 2030 World Cup.
Yep. So if you don't listen to the World Cup episode, I will say this straight away. Happy 250th birthday, America.
And many,
We love
many
you.
more.
Many, many more. You people wonder why I get so upset about certain things.
We're not going to.
Because I want this country to have many, many more birthdays.
Look, if America
many more.
America has stood here for 250, we're still standing. Okay, we're still standing.
That's right.
And I plan to be alive for when we turn 300, 50 years from now. Okay, I plan to be here for when we turn 300 years old.
Damn right.
All right, and with that, that's going to conclude this NBA edition of Downtown Sports. Like I said, we will be back on the air tomorrow. Matt O'Boyle joins us for the FIFA World Cup, the knockout stage. I want to thank Chris DeLarge. I want to thank Tony Mainville. You can listen to Downtown Sports. We're on 24 different platforms. We're on Spotify for Creators, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, CastBox, Bullhorn, Podbay, Listen Notes, Podcast Addict, Verbal, Caster.fm, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Audible, Podvine, Podyssey, Odyssey, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, TuneIn, YouTube, and on TikTok. Episodes, rants, digital market battle specials every week. We are Downtown Sports, and we are where sports come home.
You know what? The Knicks had better do what I said.
You know who else better start fixing things up quick?
Bridget, Kolek, McBride, Anunoby. Heck, you know what? They want Bridges?
Yeah.
Do it.
I'll tell you what team needs a lot of help right now. That's the Yankees. In the worst way. Yanks have lost 6 in a row. We've lost 6 in a row. And you know what's even worse about this? Unearned runs, errors in the field. We've been struggling just to get 3 hits a night. We've been giving up first inning runs. Cam Schlittler got lit up for 6 runs tonight. 6.
Uh-oh.
Judges,
yeah, well. Mets, though.
Yeah, Mets won today. Great. But you already fired Carlos Mendoza. He's gone. You got rid of your manager, at least. That was the first problem.
That's step 1. Step 2
is Stearns. I get it. David Stearns has to go. I agree.
Get him the hell out. You know what?
We're going to dive into that.
Take a break. I'm going to take a break.
We're going to dive into baseball.
Cashman.
Yeah.
Take a break from Cashman. And then because we got a bigger problem.
Yes. Well, both our teams have big problems right now. We're going to address that next week when we bring back our MLB midseason pre-All-Star break top 10. We're going to be bringing that back in the final week of the first half of the year before the All-Star break. I know. I can't watch this product on the field. I can't watch this product on the field from both teams right now, okay?
You want to put me in the ground before next week.
I'm not trying to put you in the ground. Are you not disappointed in the product that you're seeing on the baseball field? Are you happy with the product the Mets and Yanks are playing right now? I'm not. I'm disgusted.
I'm telling you something. If it wasn't for the fact that the Knicks won, the orange and blue would be making me completely sick right now. I bleed orange and blue.
We all do. We all bleed it.
No, you don't. No, you don't. I bleed orange and blue to my soul.
Okay, I've been a Knicks fan since I was born, my friend. I've been a Knicks fan. Yes.
You're a Yankee fan. You're poisoned. You've been poisoned. I bleed orange and blue to my soul.
Yeah, because you're also a Mets fan with the Knicks. I know they both were orange and blue. Okay.
Orange and blue to the
Yankee fans can be Knicks fans too, okay? I'll tell you what, OG Anunoby's a big Met fan. He threw out the first pitch the other day, okay? Are you happy to hear that?
That's right.
OG threw out the first pitch.
That's right. Orange and blue till I die.
Okay. Well, I hope for everyone's sake things get better for the other half of the New York teams. I mean, hell, the Rangers made some moves during the NHL draft, okay? The Rangers made a huge move. They got Pavel Dorofeyev, the former Vegas Golden Knight, only 25 years old, and more importantly, the Rangers locked him up to a 7-year deal today. So he's going to captain our team, which is going to be very important for our offense. A guy that's been in the playoffs, a guy that's won a cup, has been in the cup finals.
Finally, a team we can agree on.
Yes. I just hope the Rangers make some other moves on top of just getting Dorofeyev. They need much more than that, and Mike Sullivan's going to need more. And I hope we can bring back an old friend of ours to really dive deeper into what the Rangers could be doing coming into the year, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I just yelled at his boss, so I'm not sure that's going to happen for a
bit. let's not go. Anyway, Jonathan Pariente, Beast of the East, saying goodbye and good night.
Mouth, we're out. Thanks for listening.